Neil, another win. How does that feel?
Yeah, to win football matches is always good, Steve, isn't it? Whatever you're playing, whatever you're doing, it's a tough industry that we work in, and it's hard environments. But yeah, so to win another game of football at this stage of the season is key.
And another defender scoring. Does it get to a point where you start putting them up front now?
No, it's what we're trying to do is lull people into a false sense of security, and worry about our forwards. It's actually our centre backs who are the actual forwards. So yeah, great finish. Good win from Cal. And great finish with his right foot from Josh. As I said earlier, I was waiting for the lightning strike to come as well off the back of that.
And two defenders on the score sheet, albeit the first one being disallowed. What is it that makes you so dangerous from these set pieces?
Well, we've got lads who want to go and attack the ball, don't we? Butler headed everything again tonight, didn't he? He was outstanding on Saturday at Needham Market. He was heading the ball like I've never seen. He just has those little lapses at times. He had a couple today, but his form since he came back into the team alongside Chris in the main has been fantastic, and it was good to see again tonight. Obviously, not good for not good losing Chris, obviously, because he's been so good in these last few months in particular. But for Josh to come in and get the winner after sitting on the bench, and he only lost his place, don't forget, because of the agreement we had with Radcliffe when we signed him. But as I've said all along, you do your jobs, you work hard, you'll get your opportunities.
It was by no means straightforward today. You had to weather a storm in the first half an hour or so. We grew into the game. It was just a case of, well, say a few months ago, you probably would have been a few goals down, but it shows the credit to the squad, how much Steve sort of built that resilience.
Yeah, I think 25 minutes they were the better team by a fair way. We never got really out the traps. They were right on it, front foot, and I can make excuses. One thing I will say, the trip on Friday, Saturday was an absolute nightmare. It's a long way. When you're part-time, you're getting back early hours Sunday morning. To turn around the game again on a Tuesday is a big ask for everyone, and I think that's part of the parcel why Chris has done his hamstring, if I'm honest, although I'm no doctor. But yeah, first 25 minutes, Danny Lloyd's at a great shot, and Andy's tipped it over, and they were on the front foot. But I thought last 15 minutes of the first half, we were on the front foot. We were then starting to pick up second balls, and we had a few opportunities ourselves, and created corners, scored a goal, which got disallowed, as you said, and then second half, I think it was a bit tit for tat in both ways, and obviously I think we were in the ascendancy, we scored, then they got back into it, it's at the inside of the post, and then for us it was just about seeing the game out.
Now you're about 12, 11 points clear. How much further do you think, or how many more points do you need to have that cemented place for next season?
I don't know. If you look back at the last 2 years, I think it's 49 and 50 has been the safety mark, so we've still got a lot of work to do. We've got tough games, but we've been on an unbelievable run, and that's great credit to the players. And let's see where we land come April 26th. I'm not counting on it.
And I listened to one of your interviews this week about how much this club sort of came on since you took over, and you played the Southport a few years ago in the Senior Cup, and it was a good win. It was a big win for the club at the time, and feels like today, was it maybe that sort of spark to the clubs, like the club are made for this level now?
I think from my perspective, I've been here 7 years nearly, I think in September, October time, and we've come so far in that time. I think, I heard their fans singing, where were you when you were not very good, should we say? But I think we've proven consistently now over a number of years, when it's getting 2 promotions and FA Cup successes, etc. That we do belong at this level, and I think in the last 2 months we've acclimatised better, and we've proven again that we can play at this level. And but we've got to keep going. Let's not get carried away. Beating Southport tonight is obviously good for the fan base and the football club. From my perspective, yeah, it's good, but for me, it's just another 3 points that we need. When the quicker we get to the total, whatever that total will be, then we can play under a little less pressure, and see what we're like then.
Was it a case tonight where the performance didn't need to be a perfect one, considering, or when you did play a few of the reverse fixture, it was 0-0, it was more a case of must not lose. It was just a case of getting over the line tonight?
think those have been for all games for me. To be honest, it's Spennymoor, Radcliffe, Needham Market on Saturday. Probably the one in between was the Hereford game. It was probably a bit better watch. But I think when two teams are scrapping away in its local game, you're always going to get a tough game. And there was a lot of long balls, wasn't it, and second balls, and landing on them. But that's non-league football. If you don't have the squads and the players that some of the other clubs have got, then you have to find a way. And what we are good at, and we have been good at since I've been here, and it's the way I build my teams, because I just said in another interview that I have to be pragmatic. We all would love to play and get the ball wide and crosses in the box, but those players aren't available to us. So we have to find a way, and my way is we work really, really hard. We try and run all over teams where we can, and we second ball, and we go from set pieces.
And it's only a few weeks now before the market or the window registration shuts. Does Chris's injury sort of spark you into looking for another defensive option now?
I don't think so, no. Not really. I think we've got Josh and Butts, and we've also got young Josh Shaw who can play centre back, and we've also got Bailey Sloan who can play left back and centre back. So I think we've got enough cover in that area. We may look at maybe signing one, but I don't think many clubs are going to give us a centre back that's not going to play. And I'm not going to break the two up at this moment unless one of them obviously got suspended or injured.
Nice one, Neil.